Huh? Do you hear that?
This doesn't look good.
What are they? Ah! Pirates.
You're brave indeed to come a-wandering into these parts uninvited. That, or you've heard of the cloud snake? Sorry, we're not from around here.
Excuse me.
We have an important business beyond the valley. You simply must let us pass.
Oh, must we indeed? I'll tell you what we simply must do, boy. String up all of them that comes a-spying on our secret base. Aye, me honored colleague has the right of it. You've contravened Rule 7, Section D of the Piratical Aviators Code, and the punishment for such a heinous crime is death. But we're not aviators. We've walked here. Spare us your clever words, mister. We'll not stand here and listen to ye wheedle on your way out of it. Aye, pirating's busy work. Less talking, more dying. Heh.
Pirates.
It was nice to make your acquaintance.
Huh?
Next party member.
Probably.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen her in the trailer.
Ah, she's a little girl, too.
Mistress Tani!
What are you doing? Taking the law into your own hands, eh? The boss will love that.
Is that the voice actor from Nia? Give me a second.
Huh?
It feels like this is the voice actress for Nia from
Nia from what?
what's her name? Tani. Nia from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Oh, that Nia. I mean, all the voice actors in the Xenoblade games have been British for the most part, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to see if it says her
Do
voice
they all wear
actress.
furs? It looks like they do. She has sort of like a snow leopard fur. The other guy has a kind of like cheetah fur. And the last guy, his doesn't have any speckles or marks.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Come on.
Takes it. There's so much There's so many advertisements.
Ads. Yep. I'm trying to figure out her hair. So obviously there's the two pigtail parts, but she's also been able to braid from the top of the head. Oh, but it's one of those backward braids. And whew.
Nope. This lady is only the voice actress for this has only ever been in two things: a unlisted movie on IMDb and now this game. All right.
Okay.
So, did you read this or no?
Well, she read it. This
Okay.
is still voice acted.
You were all set to play judge, jury, and executioner, then drag their bodies back to claim the reward, weren't you? Go on, I dare you to deny it.
Well now, I never... That is, we...
I thought as much, but what happens to them isn't your decision. It's Batu's. Now take them back to base before I tell him you've forgotten who's in charge.
Yes, miss.
What should we do?
We'll wait for an opening and run.
All right. You two, take this lot back to base. I'm going to scout around a bit more. The wyverns are on the prowl again. Don't worry. The boss is a reasonable man. Most of the time. How could he not be? He's my dad. What?
All right. Sky Pirates base. Did
I
they
like-
just cut off?
Yeah, I feel like they
animals'
just
limbs
ambushed
to-
birds and just like, nope, these are ours now. This way, you dogs.
I'm trying, but I just can't seem to keep up.
Stop trying. They're watching us like hawks.
Oh, he probably didn't say it. Batu, the cloud snake.
Not all bad if we're lucky. His daughters seem to think he's something.
Okay. Yeah, they goes by way too fast.
It's just not
Even
worth it.
to read. So this is their base.
It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Oi!
Make one false move in here, me hearties, and I'll run you through quicker than you can spit. Ha
Yeah, you need to get your pirate on.
Arr!
Arr.
My pirate accent takes a little bit of doing. But once I get going, I can't really stop. It is a serious problem. I'm afraid to talk because now I'm stuck with it. Hopefully I'll just maintain it for this little bit and then we'll be good to go.
I'm not sure. One with a beard. Oh.
So these are our trespassers, eh?
Aye.
I have to report in. Where's the boss when you need him?
Oi, matey! What? I says I.
Dad!
So, what do we have here? Well now,
Ye must be trespassers, loitering suspiciously in a canyon here, or so I hears it. With good reason. Please, hear us out.
We only want to visit the king's cradle. We won't cause any trouble, I promise.
Ye caused trouble the second ye set foot on Sky Pirate Turf's lad. Space Pirate Turf lad. 'Tis violation of the code. One that carries the penalty of death. No exceptions. You'll be dashed on the rocks at the bottom of the canyon, just like all the rest. The code must be obeyed, and the carrion crows must be fed. Weirdly enough, we're lawful neutral pirates. We just follow the law. Somebody else made it. We're just here to carry it out. It's a serious problem. Our population is dwindling fast.
Well, especially because they can't accept any new people in. Like, what? What? Can't you?
Hey,
You might want to reconsider. This is King Evan of Ding Dong Dell. What do you suppose will happen if you execute a royal, Eh? You're a wry one to jest so in the face of death, matey. We're not so backwards that we ain't heard of the young prince taking the throne. But we're not so soft in the head as to believe he'd come traipsing all the way up here neither. There was a coup. We fled here in fear of our lives.
boss!
Begging your pardon, boss, but there's some news on the wind of such devilry. Might just be a scrap of truth in this here tall-sounding tale.
Maybe you should show them Leaf Book.
Is that so? All the more reason to sling him off a cliff and be done with it. Whoever's in charge down in Ding Dong Dell is sure to be pleased as punch as such tidings. And it can't do no harm to stay on their good side now, can it?
See, I knew that they'd want to get in the
Yeah.
good graces of the Mousinger.
Oi.
Boss, it's Tanny! The Wyverns have taken her hostage. Said they'll let her live, but only if we promises to up sticks right away and never come back.
Wait, so they're being forced to leave?
The devils! Pick on a mere slip of a girl, would they? Garr! But if we desert this base here, we'll be sitting ducks for any and all to choose to come after us. Lousy lizards will slaughter every last man, woman, and child. It won't do. She may be me only daughter, but needs of one can't outweigh the many.
But she's...
She's the blood of my blood, is what she is. If the boot were on the other foot, I know she'd do the same.
Oi!
But boss, there's like a bunch of us. Just send out a couple.
Now listen here.
Hold your tongue. I've made my decision.
Excuse me.
Wait! You can't just leave her to die.
What's that now? If none of you are willing to... Oh, sorry.
If none of you are willing to go, I will.
I didn't see his mouth move, so I thought it was still Batu.
I'll rescue her.
Grr.
Please, Chief Batu, you have to let us try. Tani saved our lives. We are honor-bound to repay the debt.
Something tells me that ain't all you're after, laddie. Aye, they're after a way out, boss. You take it from me.
We won't run away. You have my word as... You have my word.
Just what are you plotting, laddie? I don't have time for none of your trickery.
It's not trickery, I swear. But I have to live. I have to become a king again. I have to build a country where everyone can be happy.
Puh.
You had your chance of being king, lad, and you made a right pig ears of it. Ran away up here with your tail between your legs, did you not? These blighted lands are rife with misery and war. No one's building a happy realm round here anytime soon. Especially not some lily-livered little princeling who's mislaid his crown.
Then I'll put an end to war and misery. I'll unite all the kingdoms in peace.
What's that now? Not just a king indeed, but the king of the whole blessed world, eh, lad?
If that's what it takes, I have to try. And I can't stop trying until everyone is able to live happily ever after. So I can't let it all end here. I just can't.
Silence, ye mangy curs! You were saying, lad?
If I can't repay my debt to Tani, I don't deserve to be king. I don't deserve to live. So kill us if you must. But at least give us a chance to save her first. And if we do, grant us safe passage to the king's cradle.
So that's your game, eh?
Yes.
All right, sunshine. You've got yourself a deal.
All right.
I know what bugs me about these cutscenes, by the way.
What?
No ambient noise, no music.
I'm hearing a slight rushing of the wind right now.
I'll see if I can turn it up.
Did you accidentally turn it down?
So I had turned things down because the main menu is hella loud.
But that might be tied to all ambient volume?
Yeah, the problem is
everything?
the combat noises are pretty loud too. I don't know. So do you guys have any idea where they might have taken her?
Aye.
Aye, the Wyvern's Den. 'Tis a great cave west of here. A venerable nest of the vicious vipers. Before you take off, we've a little shop here in the base where you can stock up on supplies if you need to.
All right. We have to hurry, Roland. She may not have much time.
Agreed. Good luck, laddie. I've always wanted my daughter to marry a cute boy.
Better than being dashed on the rocks, I guess. Yep.
Will you be staying with us?
Okay,
Thrown
so
below.
that's a rest. We don't want to rest. I don't know where the shop is. Maybe up? Oh, right. I was going to turn up the music and stuff.
Stealing feathers and such.
They're in my coffee. Thanks.
I'm gonna have one of these eggs
No.
that you eat so
No.
often.
Eggs.
Your eggs.
I want there just to be a Facebook post of the wyverns, like, gloating. Obtaining pebbles. Where's this shop he talked about? I don't know. This is a very just lovely JRPG, though. It feels very traditional, despite the, like, new mechanics. It just... I don't know how to describe it, necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got your pirates.
It's probably...
Oh, hey!
It's down
I
here.
wonder if because you saved there...
Come to do some shopping, eh?
If when you save, Tani, you're just gonna be like, okay, let's teleport out of here.
Okay, so, interesting question. I don't know if they'll ever use the travel spell. But, so we actually, do have different types of weapons, but each character can only use certain ones. Well, let's keep buying angel tears. That's the only thing that I think I care about, because we've got, like, 15 Soraways.
What else can I do for you? I'll be seeing you again, then.
Okay, what else do we have here? Just gonna wander around and grab pebbles. If it's all pebbles, I think I'm just gonna leave.
Well, I mean, what else would be left out on a pot of mellow fat peas?
On the end of a giant wooden stake. I'm a bit confused about this turn of events.
Oh, a bird dropped it, probably.
Probably.
Swirly apples.
You found bird droppings.
Oh, ew. More nuts.
Well, that's enough. Munchy nuts! I don't know, there's just something about saying the word munchy nut.
Munchy
that
nuts,
just,
crunchy nuts.
yeah, it just sounds amusing. Oh, we're out on the world.
Overworld.
That's nice. I don't remember the last time I saved. It was a little while back. Yep, 20 minutes ago.
Okay, good.
Yeah, if any of you guys are watching this and you're... Oh, hello.
Whoa.
Huh.
I'm guessing the Wyvern's Den must be over that way. Well, we can check the map. Yeah, we're here.
Okay. Oh, that's...
This is straight up on the world map. Nice. But yeah, if any of you guys watching this are JRPG fans, this is very highly recommended already. It just feels very good.
Oh, look, your little horde of creatures.
Yeah, it's getting bigger. Well, so for every
new area, probably you'll get a new critter.
Yeah, so you know how we recruited that one guy from the Kodama Stone? He became a separate group of 4. So
oh, because he was another leader with a leaf on his head.
yeah, so he has a whole little horde associated with him.
Oh.
So by the end of this, we're just gonna be wading
swarm.
through a sea of higgledy-piggledies.
I hope Tawny's all right.
She'll be fine. Bargaining chip. So on and so forth. We've already hit our quota for character death.
Oh, hey, is that like Stonehenge down there?
Stonehenge-ish. I mean, it's not as fancy, but still. What does the new skill do?
For this?
You know, that's an interesting question.
Wow, a whirlwind of fire.
So, not as much reach. It's better for when I'm surrounded.
I still want to know the logistics of, like, humans, Grimalkin, and mouse people. Like, how many of them can mix, and mix with whom? Because
You mean breeding?
just...
You want to know the logistics of people getting it on in this kingdom. I gotcha.
No! More like how it's biologically possible. And if there are incompatibilities.
Yeah, so blue chests are all locked until we get somebody to unlock them.
Well, since she's a pirate princess, maybe Tawny can.
Watch your backs!
Well, the thing is, they haven't brought up any potential stigmas of half-breeds, or... I mean, in this case, he's a prince, so probably people wouldn't be biased against him, but I don't know. Have we seen any other mixed
No, he's the
critters?
only one I've seen so far.
Mm-hmm. Because I really don't know what would happen if, say, a Grimalkin and a mouse had a child. What would they be?
Grimouskin?
A Grimauskin. Yeah.
There was an old webcomic I used to read that, like...
Anything and everything
It was...
could...
So it started, like, totally normal slice of life.
Mm-hmm.
And then it, like... The characters would get older and stuff.
A surprise attack.
Yeah.
So the characters would go older and suddenly you'd have new protagonists in the
Well,
children or something?
Yeah, kind of. But the problem is, like... So it started off as this, like, charming, like, you know, kind of anthropomorphic slice of life comic about, like, you know, a bunch of middle schoolers solving crimes and whatever. And then they go to high school, and then college. And then it stops being about solving mysteries and much more about doinking. And it was... yeah. That kind of changed the theme of the whole experience for me.
How does this deal with creatures, though?
Well, they were anthropomorphic, like, not humans, not, like, animal... I don't know.
What were they, then?
There were some made-up race, whatever the webcomic
Were they all the same?
creator.
Or did they have, like,
No, there was, like, a wide variety. I was just like, oh, this got weird.
So, did you have, what, reptilian ones, and then feline ones? Like, what were their characteristics?
I don't remember.
It's a long time ago.
Ages. Like, this was early high school for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is heartwarming. You know, at this point, I didn't really think about, like, internet culture. I was just like, webcomics, because I loved webcomics at the time. I got a pair of purple gust-proof simple shoes.
I pretty much never really got to read or watch much of anything on the internet up until college because we only had one family computer in the house, and it was pretty much strictly to be used. I would say after school I'd have maybe 2 hours to play a video game, and I would be playing, say, Knights of the Old Republic or Alpha Centauri or Myst games, you know, what we had available then. And then, for the most part, unless we had homework assignments that required research and Word, yeah, we pretty much only had one computer at any time, so never got to read webcomics. The extended comic books that I had at home were all of the ones that my dad had from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, and big mix of Marvel and DC. The DC ones were predominantly Superman and Batman, and then the Marvel ones were ones that his friend, who's an inker for Marvel back in the 80s, a lot of what he had given him, which included X-Men, Star Wars. It's funny how now Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars, so Marvel, I believe, has picked up Star Wars again, because for a while, the Star Wars comics were being done through Marvel, and they went to Fox. Like, I think Fox had an agreement with Dark Horse, and then, you know, now that that's null, it's back to Marvel again. But then aside from those, yeah, pretty much just whatever graphic novels I could pick up at the library. Pretty much.
I'm just quickly going over everything I've found so far. The answer is, there's a lot of things. Okay, I think we're good. Wow. I'm just getting one of those, like, random point headaches, and it is really, really painful.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. But yeah, my parents never really let me read graphic novels. The most I could ever, like, get my hands on were the ones at Barnes & Noble. And even then it was, you know, we had to go way out of our way to go to a Barnes & Noble, so it didn't happen too often.
Oh, yeah.
I started requesting it more when I hit, high school, just because, like...
My family would make it sometimes not a day of going to Barnes & Noble, but sometimes if it was the weekend or an evening and my mom or my dad had something to do, the other one would take me to Barnes & Noble and we'd be browsing books, and I think my dad liked reading the comics and other things,
Okay,
too.
I'm going to turn the music back down just a little bit more.
Oh, the music is loud.
Yeah, the battle music is just a little punchy.
But then I've noticed, haven't you noticed lately that a lot of Barnes and Nobles are starting to weed out their sofas and chairs, because they realize that people are going into them to read books as opposed to buying them.
I'm guilty of that. I will often go to a Barnes & Noble just to read.
I would never read a novel there.
No.
I mean, flipping through a graphic novel, I think it's okay, and if I like the graphic novel and the art enough, then I'll probably buy it. So that's how I got a lot of my Star Wars graphic novels from, I would say, the Clone Wars and
I will at the very least try and
Phantom Menace era and
buy something occasionally.
Legacy and stuff.
Part of it is I don't feel particularly bad about going to Barnes & Noble to read for without paying money, because we've bought how many D&D books throughout the years?
Eat this.
Like, you've seen my collection of D&D books, right?
Oh yeah, you guys have a lot of those. Unfortunately, all of your Star Wars books and everything else you ever owned are now gone.
Yeah, my novels are gone.
Your novels, all of them. I wanted to read them too.
I have them in ebook format.
In ebook format, how did you get them? I just find it sad that your parents got rid of all of them. All of the novels that are now considered expanded universe legends for Star Wars.
Wow, that slime is active.
Oh wow, it came after you.
Yeah, I didn't realize it would jump off a cliff after me.
Nothing. Eat this.
But yeah, the one thing I like is when selecting novels to read, I usually pick it up and I do look at the cover. If the cover's cool, then I'm like, maybe I'll consider taking a peek inside, reading the back for the synopsis, and then I always like reading a little bit of the first chapter, and I always flip to a random page in the middle of the book.
Yep.
I flip to a random page in the middle of the book because invariably, if there's a bad scene, I will somehow accidentally
Yeah, you will
flip
find
to
it. If I'm reading manga, you'll see that I'm reading smut. Anyway, to answer where I got the Star Wars books from.
You just say, this is the first scene that it's ever happened, Michelle.
It usually is. And it's ridiculous. Your superpower is finding smut.
No, it isn't.
But yeah, so to answer where I got
That's what I use to determine whether or not I want to read it.
Answer where I got the Star Wars books from. I got them all during the Star Wars acquisition because they're discontinuing all of their books.
Oh.
And so there was kind of like a conversion deal. So I bought an insane amount of used books and then got ebook versions of them. So at this point, yeah, they're probably not legit anymore. Because, like, I don't think they want just free ebooks just floating around of their various books.
People are talking about that being my superpower. No, what I use it for is to determine whether or not I should read a book, and if I see that in a book, then I don't want to read the book.
And as far as my parents throwing out my books,
they donated them, I think.
Yeah, they gave them to a local school, which almost kind of makes sense, but I really wish they'd asked, because they didn't.
No, they didn't, and I want her to read all of them.
This is why I don't have physical possessions.
You don't have any physical possessions.
Because they don't mean, it doesn't mean much to my folks growing up, so it's just like, well, let's have nothing. Like we were talking about how many shirts I have now. Now that, I've been buying a couple from ET every once in a while. Conventions, developers sending them to me, and so on and so forth. My mother's first response is, "You should throw a bunch of them away," and I'm like,
"I'll do my best."
No, I don't want to throw away all of my like sweet video game paraphernalia. I just, need to. You're reading chat too much, Shell.
No, I'm looking at the screen right now.
Okay, it just feels like I'm not even talking to you.
You are.
Nah.
So. Your video game paraphernalia. Yeah, that's why when I'm going to be visiting my parents soon and trying to weed out as much as I can, because so long as I can weed out enough for them to be contented, maybe they'll be okay with my room and parts of the basement being a glorified storage space for all my collectibles. But then again, we had just so many more toys, and I mean, I have cosplays, so I made a bunch of suits of Samus armor and stuff, and sci-fi armor from other games that have won me awards at conventions. And I'd be upset if my parents one day are just like, you know what? We have too many coffin-sized bins in our basement. We're going to get rid of them. And I'd be like, no. I spent so much time working on them. I mean, I can think of a couple of them that I can part with because they were some of my first creations and really old, and I don't think there's any way for me to repair them. But there are definitely a couple that I could, so long as they don't fall apart, would like to use for future conventions.
I feel like a boss spawns in here later.
What? Boss spawns?
Yeah, it's a weirdly empty cavern.
Crookneck. I don't know, maybe more creatures pop up later as you progress?
I don't know. Let's see. Shell, do you have a cosplay channel or blog?
I don't have a blog or cosplay channel. I did have a cosplay.com account, which has a lot of photos of my cosplays from conventions. I put up a couple of them on my DeviantArt, but I really need to put up more photos from my cosplay.com account up on that. The problem is, I never actually have taken photo shoots in my costumes with like family taking my photos. Usually what I do is, it's so last minute getting everything together that I go to the convention and other people take slews of photos of me, and then it's on their social media, and then I have to link to it or ask them permission to like snag the photos of myself. And also, a lot of those cosplays now are 5-10 years old. So I think what I have to do, probably in the near future before my parents get fed up and want to destroy those cosplays, is I should bring a couple of them here, and I should also, if I know that there's ones that are going to be thrown away, I should probably wear them at least once and have my friends take photographs of me, because then at least they'll preserved in that form. Yeah, my first cosplay was Princess Mononoke when I was 13, but I never took that with me to a convention or anything. The first one I took to a convention was Dark Suit Samus. And actually, if you just look up Dark Suit Samus cosplay, it's one of the first ones. If you see like a background with bricks, and like, that was our college, the college that Wander and I went to. Huh, small mushrooms.
Yep, so we've got to find a
That's
mushroom.
Another
related.
mushroom power.
Yep.
So yeah, Dark Suit Samus. Won awards for. Oh, look, that must be the Wyvern's Den.
Let's hurry.
Let's hurry.
Is Shell playing this instead of Wander? No, Shell's just in that mode where she's going to talk about what she wants. And I can't get her to stop until she breaks the topic. I hope you're not claustrophobic.
They must be keeping Tawny somewhere further inside. But yeah, I'm sorry I was jibber-jabbering. It's just, the one thing I don't like about a lot of games is the grind getting through enemies. I play video games for plot, so, and I mean, some combat and gameplay is fun. Oh, well met, traveler. Wait, so he wants cream?
Hey, I know. It's talking about that cream, ain't it? The lovely, simple white stuff. Lovely and smooth it is.
Do I have...
Single cream.
Single cream.
Does it have eyeballs on it? It looked like it had indentations.
Oh, it's got a face on it. Oh, you mean the cream.
You try offering a dollop of cream.
Well done, traveler.
Oh, we get a dark one. Oh, he probably activates the mushrooms. Tove the Tenebrous.
The Tenebrous.
Maybe we don't have powers.
Wait, what
We're
was
gonna
that
go back
crystal
and check.
back there?
What, that?
Oh, that was the crystal. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check the mushrooms and we'll see.
We'll see if he does it. Yeah. I usually don't allow my artwork to be used as icons and banners and other things.
Yeah, Shell is very possessive of her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we can't do it.
a lot of them are like characters that I've created too, and they mean something to me, so. Just responding to things in chat.
Watch your backs.
Yeah, other things I've cosplayed. I've cosplayed as Fusion Suit Samus. Then
Eat this.
Wow,
Sheik
the
from
range
Super
on that
Smash
is
Brothers
ridiculous.
Brawl, and also Legend of Zelda. I really like that costume. That's probably the best one that I've done. On like a technical level. Oh, was there a new post?
I
It
think
looked
there
like
might
there
be,
was.
actually, yeah. A gentle breeze.
Oh, the world in pictures. Here's something I painted on a journey through the rolling hills. I can still feel the gentle breeze on my face and the beauty of the landscape. It was just so peaceful. It's hard to believe that King Ding Dong Dell was in the middle of a coup at the time.
Oh, what a wonderful painting.
This is a painting? It looks so real.
This is really superb.
All right. Gotta like everything because we can.